Hi guys, welcome back to our urban homestead. My name is Chelsea. We're back in the kitchen. I'm making Salisbury steak today. Super busy day, but this delicious, homemade, simple recipe will be on the table in no time at all. Plus, you're not getting all that crap that they put in your food if you get it at the freezer section. So for those of you who are not familiar with me, I am an urban homesteader here in Michigan. I keep it real. So what that means is my kitchen is not pristine. You might see me drinking some wine, but my recipes are real. I'm real. It's real food, real delicious. So let's go. So I have, you might hear my dogs barking. That's another thing, is my dogs come in the kitchen and they bark. So like I said, this is real life here. I have about 2 pounds of ground beef. My hands are clean, but I cook for my family. I'm not cooking for the masses. So I might touch my face, and I don't want to hear nobody commenting on that, because it's my house, my kitchen, my rules. You don't like it, do your own thing in your own kitchen. About 2 pounds of ground beef. To that, we are gonna add, and I don't really follow recipes either, I'm terrible at it, about this much. I use better than bouillon, but if you don't, that's fine. A dry bouillon cube works as well, or like any dry beef base. This is just what I always use. I'm not on that level of making my own beef base because I don't have a freeze dryer, and I would love one. They're very expensive. And then I'm gonna add about 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I don't buy breadcrumbs, I make mine. So anytime I have like the heels of the bread, I don't eat those. I think they're weird. So I save those, or like if I have a couple day old bread that's not getting eaten, or rolls, I just throw them all in a food processor, and then I stick this bag in the freezer. I haven't bought breadcrumbs, and I honestly don't even know how long. So 1/2 cup of the breadcrumbs. There we go. Some onion powder. Some garlic powder. A couple dashes of Watch Your Sister sauce, or however you say that sauce. We call it Watch Your Sister. I don't know, about 4 to 6 good dashes of that. Some pepper. Some salt. About a tablespoon of ketchup. This is ketchup that I make. I make it from my green tomatoes. As you can see, it's clearly not green. I don't buy store-bought ketchup. I think I have some in my fridge, but honestly, we don't really use it. Even my kids like the homemade ketchup better than like store-bought ketchup. It's really, really good. If you've never tried to make ketchup, you should try to make it. It's really delicious. Then I've got some dry mustard. I get this from like a local bulk food Amish store. If you can't find the dry mustard, just your regular prepared mustard would work well too. So 2 teaspoons of that. And then we got to get in here and mix it on up. I might add a little more ketchup or watch your sister sauce. I really just go by feel. Sometimes I'll add a little dry onion soup mix. I have a recipe for that that's really easy and delicious. I'll probably do a video on that here soon because I am just about out of that. That's feeling pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna add anything else to it. Smells really good too. You want to try to not work your burger a whole lot because that will make for really, really tough patties. And no one likes a dry patty, honey. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and I'll be right back. So, like I said earlier, it was a really busy day. I went to April's work, dropped off a gift for our friend there, and then I went and dropped off our son's things that we had gotten him for his apartment, a bunch of food and stuff for his kitchen and cleaning supplies, because I don't know any 18-year-old boy that moves out and thinks about cleaning supplies. So, got him some of that. My mom and I made lasagna last night, a whole bunch of pans. So he got a pan of lasagna. I don't know what is up with this lighting. I apologize. So he got a pan of the lasagna. And then, I don't know, a couple days ago I made a spicy penne and sausage and pepper pasta, and I had put some in a pan and froze that for him, so he got to put that in his freezer as well. And then I cried all the way home because it's so hard. It's so hard when your babies leave. Oh, just kills me. Okay, so I am cooking these in a cast iron. You can use any pan that you want to. It doesn't have to be cast iron. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shape these patties into an oval. Like a little football, and flatten them out a little bit. And then I like to take my finger and give them 3 presses. Make 3 little Give it that little Salisbury steak look, I guess. I don't know. I just like to do it. Christmas is a couple days away. I'm hoping that my prime rib will be thawed in time. I paid a little bit extra from our last meat bundle from a local butcher, and I decided to get the prime rib cut of that. So it's been in my freezer and I forgot to pull it out the other day, so I'm hoping it'll be thawed in time, because it's about a 10 to 12 pound prime rib. So my skillet is heating on medium high. I'm gonna turn it down to medium though. So out of 2 pounds of burger, I typically get anywhere from 4 to 7 of these Salisbury steaks. It's been a big adjustment for me to not make as much food at dinner time. It's been really hard for me to just cook for 3 people. I normally, when our son was living here, I would cook for the 4 of us, and then his friends, you know, my house is always open. I have open door policy for anyone that wants to or needs to come over for dinner. So I would cook for like 8 people, even if I didn't necessarily need it. Whatever didn't get eaten would get froze or canned, or our kids are really good about eating leftovers though, so I never really had a problem with that. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I downloaded a video editing app. I'm gonna play around with that so you guys don't have to watch the boring parts of me washing my hands. I've never edited though, so I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. This a bit. Okay, so cast iron skillet. I'm gonna add a bit of olive oil. And a bit of butter. And just use the rest of that. Butter never hurt nobody, right? Butter makes everything better. Let's see if I can bring this stool over. Oh, that's very high, isn't it? Sorry, pardon the technical difficulties. Let's see, will that work? I think that will work. Hopefully. I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. All right, so now we're gonna fry the patties up. We're not gonna cook them all the way through. I like to put them with the scored side down. And I just do 3 at a time because you don't want to crowd your pan too much. If you crowd the pan, you're not going to get that good sear on them. And brown is better when it comes, well, I mean, basically everything. For your food, it definitely tastes better. I'm going to grab a plate real quick. This is one of our whole family's favorite meals. Everyone in the house loves it, so everyone will be very happy about dinner. Let me show you. See, not the bottom part, but that top part is, we were out antiquing the other day, and that is the top part of a Hoosier cabinet. We got such a super good deal on it. Tried to mount it on the wall, but that sucker is heavy. And we have plaster walls because our home is older. Let me tell you, it was not happening. So I'm like, well, I have this other little shelf that it's sitting on. I have the shelf in my pantry room. Like, well, it kind of matches, and I didn't want to put that in my pantry room because it's just such a beautiful old piece. So it's sitting on that. I'm not sold on how I've arranged all of the pieces that are in it. But I'm the kind of person that has to put something together and then I rearrange it like 10 different times until it's just the way I want it. I don't know. I'm weird. Is anyone else like that? Let me know. I can't just do things like one time. I don't know. I'm a weirdo, I guess. So we're going to brown these for, I don't know, 3 minutes per side. And we'll finish cooking them after we make the gravy. And you're going to do all of this in one pan. Wine always makes everything better. So that's got a nice little golden brown to it. We're gonna flip it over. See that nice brown color? That is what you want. So for dessert, I'm gonna make, it's made with this Amish friendship starter. I don't give this away. You can go Google the recipe for Amish friendship starter. But what I do is I make it and then I just freeze it or portion it in these bags and then I freeze it. And I probably make this recipe at least once a week. Our family loves it. It's so good. So that's what's for dessert. I'll probably jump back on here and do a video after I get dinner done and whatnot. So I'm curious to know how many of you have tried some of my recipes. If you have, drop it in the comments below and let me know. Oh, ADD moment, sorry. I am so excited. Guess what came in the mail yesterday? My seeds from my gardener. I have so many seeds, y'all. I don't even know I ordered seeds. I didn't need to, but he had this really cool seed that was only available for literally it sold out within the first hour. I think 40 minutes it was on the website. It is giant crimson tomato. This variety has not been grown except for at my gardener for probably, I think he said 45 or 50 years. They were only allowing 2 packets per person. I was blessed and they accidentally sent me 3 packs. I immediately contacted them and was like, I know this is a super rare tomato and you were limiting the amount. you guys sent me an extra pack, I would be happy to mail the pack back to you, or I can just pass them along to a friend. And they reached back out to me and said, you know, please pass it on to a friend. So I already did that. She knows who she is. The seeds went into the post office this morning, so she should be getting that soon. Merry Christmas. I cannot wait to grow them. I am also going to be growing hyssop, which is a great herb to have. It not only tastes great in tea, but it attracts pollinators, and with the way pollinators have been lately, it is very important to do anything you can to attract more to your garden. Vintage wine tomato. Now, April said, you only got that because it says wine in it. But I thought they were like such a beautiful looking tomato. Also, it said wine, so what are you gonna do? Marshmallows, because this is a annual and I don't have any more seeds, and I grow this every year. Some tomatillos. Now, I've never grown these before, but they're great for like jellies and jams and just like eating the ground cherry. So they have a husk like a tomatillo, but they fall to the ground, and that's how you know when they're ready to eat. Manitoba tomato. These are a very, very, very cold, hardy tomato. And in our climate, where we live, it is very cold. For most of the year. So I thought that would be a nice addition. Oh, and I already told you about the hyssop. So yeah, I was very excited when I got the mail yesterday. So I got the one side on these done. They're flipping over. Kind of clean things up a bit so we can get ready to make the gravy. So the ketchup in the fridge. Okay, I'm going to take these out. Like I said, you don't cook these all the way through. You want to finish cooking them in the gravy that I'm about to make. So I'm going to pour most of this butter and oil and burger grease into container or cup, whatever. Then we're going to add onion and do however much you want. So what I do is I chop and put all of my onions in, what is it called? Whatever, the food saver, food saver bags. And that I do this with all of my onions and my peppers. And that way you don't have to, you chop once, really. Or as they're coming in from the garden, you can do that too. So just a couple handfuls. And then to this, we're gonna add, I have a quart of broth that I made from the Better Than Bouillon because I only have left 2 quarts of my own beef stock, and I'm saving that for my au jus for Christmas. So we're gonna cheat and use this kind of broth instead. And we're gonna spill it all over the place apparently as well. Never mind, it's fine. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of this. If you can't find it or you don't have it, you don't have to use it. I just feel like it adds another layer and another depth of flavor, and I like it. So if you don't have it, it's fine. It's not gonna ruin the dish. I just add like a cap full, or my cap runneth over full. Couple more dashes of Watch Your Sister. Did my flame go out? No, it didn't. See, I told you, this is a real kitchen. Stuff happens. Oh, I need my ketchup because we have to put a little ketchup in the sauce. A little more ketchup. I'm gonna do like about that much. And this will get like all of that good, delicious seasoning bit off the bottom of the pan from us browning the burger in it. I'm gonna do a bit of pepper, bit of salt, and we're gonna bring this up to a boil. I'm gonna taste it though to make sure that the seasoning is okay. Perfecto. That's very good. Needs nothing. So while this is coming up to a simmer or a boil, I'm gonna prepare the slurry that's gonna thicken it. This is clear gel. I buy this also in bulk. You can use cornstarch. I just always have this on hand because I use it for canning soups and gravies and stews. So that's what I'm gonna use. Gonna put a bit. Now, again, I don't measure, so don't ask me measurements. Watch and learn or guess. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Hush. I don't know. I would say that's probably a 1/4 cup. Gotta grab a little tiny whisk and my water. So 1/4 cup of the clear gel or cornstarch, and then some water. And then just give this a little whisk till it's a nice little slurry. I might add a little bit more clear gel because it's not looking as white as it normally does. Give that a little stir. Another reason I like using clear gel instead of cornstarch for gravies is if you've ever cooked with cornstarch, you know that like when you put it in the refrigerator and then you go to like warm it up the next day, it's like all gelatinous and like weird, and it just does not ever come back to that beautiful sauce-like consistency. Well, clear gel does. So that is why I absolutely love it. And that's why I use it for all of my sauces and gravy. Okay, so this is boiling now. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. I'm gonna add, we'll do about half and see how thick that is. And we'll spill it everywhere. Good thing I didn't clean today, guys. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna add a bit more just to get it a tad thicker. You don't want it super thick. Oh yeah, baby, it's looking good. Hush. Yeah, that looks perfect. Apparently my stove is really hungry today. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this to low, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our beef patties back in. And then I'm gonna cover it, and these are just gonna simmer for about 10 minutes or so, or until they're cooked through. I'm gonna put a lid on it as well. Let's see. Spoon that gravy right on over. And that's it. Super easy, delicious, homemade, and your family's gonna love it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, give me a like. If you know someone who you think would enjoy my videos and what I do, please share with them. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. And I really appreciate all of you guys. So until next time, I'll see you later. From my kitchen to yours, have a wonderful night. Oh, I thought I hit stop. Well, have a wonderful night.